Hello, everybody, and guess who is with us today? It's Engineer Ahmed Radwan. All right, for people
Radwan,
who
how
do
are
not,
you?
how are you, Engineer Ahmed?
Good, good.
I just want to, of course, Engineer Ahmed has a lot of followership. I mean, he has a lot of people who are following him on LinkedIn, and he is, you can say, like a celebrity right there. I just want to introduce him to people who have not met him yet. And our guest today is highly accomplished continuous improvement professional. Yes. So Engineer Ahmed has an MBA, he's an MBA holder and a certified Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, also holding certifications as a PMP, Lean Bronze, and Scrum Master. Over 15 years, with over 15 years of experience in continuous improvement, operational excellence, and leading process improvement initiatives across diverse industries, he is dedicated to enhancing quality, cost, efficiency, and productivity. Engineer Ahmed's experience spans Kaizen, Lean, Six Sigma, data analytics, process improvement, and operational excellence. He is also very much involved in coaching, training, and content creation. He is the founder of the Continuous Improvement Academy. I mean, makes sense, right? And the co-founder of the Kaizen Made Easy community page, which has garnered over 350,000 subscribers. Wow. He is widely recognized for engaging with thought leaders and sharing insights on continuous improvement practices in an accessible and easy to understand way. His impactful work includes leading business critical projects and managing operational efficiency programs. Ahmed has also trained over 5,000 people and coached 60 Lean Six Sigma projects, teams, and famously collaborated with Dr. Jeffrey Liker to video summarize the Toyota Way books. Engineer Ahmed, how are you? We're so excited to ask you so many questions, like your community and other people beyond the community has so many questions to ask you today.
Thank you, Da, and thank you for having me in today.
All right. So basically, I just want to ask you the first question that came to my mind, as I know you and I know your history. You've coached more than 5,000 people on continuous improvement. What is the biggest takeaway your audience come and get when they are coached with you?
Yeah. So generally, people would. Again, thank you, Da, for having me, and I'm privileged to be your guest today. So I think, generally speaking, people would come for my training or any other training to have to uplift their skills. But I would say in terms of the courses that I provide or programs, training and coaching programs that I provide, they are always looking for actionable, applicable knowledge. So they can find theoretical information here and there, but they are always seeking in our courses the actionable and application knowledge. And also, so this is in terms of the individuals, and also for leaders who have their own teams and so on and so forth. They are always also looking for a sustainable impact and to build a continuous improvement culture that has an everlasting continuous improvement results. And also there are also other people who would like to make use of our certification programs to advance their career and have leadership roles.
Yeah.
So this is
easy.
Yeah.
Pretty easy for people in project management and Lean to go into training and coaching and get theoretical information. It's very easy.
Exactly.
What is the piece that you drop in your training or coaching that makes that piece more practical for your learners?
So in almost all of our programs in Kaizen Academy, we include a coaching part. So for the graduate to be able to get their certificate, they have to, of course, pass a theoretical knowledge exam, but at the same time, they would need to submit and get coached on an actual continuous improvement project like in improving quality, improving delivery, improving productivity, reducing costs, and so on and so forth. And this is definitely a practical thing that they will
Mm,
go away with after getting the training. And
wow.
also some other thing that some of our coaching programs have is the personalized experience. So it's not just general knowledge for anyone, but we provide personalized coaching for the different scenarios or for the different career path that people have.
Wow. So you sort of match the learning progress and learning path to their own professional career
Yeah,
requirements.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I should have asked you that question earlier, Engineer Ahmed, but
yeah.
why did you choose to specialize in Kaizen and continuous improvement?
That's an interesting question. So, first, for people who are not aware that what Kaizen means, Kaizen basically is a Japanese word that means change for the better or continuous improvement. And when I was first introduced to this concept after graduating as an industrial engineer, I I was skeptical first about like these kind of tools and principles. Uh, they made sense, like respecting for people and having continuous improvement, engaging people, and using our minds and um, uh, um, doing like engaging everyone in the organization across the different levels and having cross-functional collaboration. All of these made sense, but when I started to implement it and apply it, what I could see was really you know um, very close to my heart and also close to my mind in terms of the impact that uh, the implementation had on people and also their processes and also on the businesses. So in terms of the people, you could build using the Kaizen philosophy and Kaizen tools, if we can call them like this, how people become more engaged and feel um, very empowered to do their own work and improve it. And also in terms of the process that because of having this kind of engagement with people, they're and they participate to designing their own process, their process become like more easy, accessible, and also making more sense for them. And eventually, when you couple those together, uh, continuously improving people, continuously improving processes, you would have the continuously improving business performance. So with time, I developed this passion for this philosophy of Kaizen and continuous improvement, and I could see um, uh, firsthand how Kaizen, as a philosophy, it provides the pathway to achieving the right balance between the three elements of people, processes, and performance.
Wow, I mean, even the concept itself, the idea of living with a goal of continuous improvement, you can actually maximize this and it can become
Yeah,
like a life philosophy, right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
It has its like you can implement it in your daily life, not just the professional life as well, of course. Yeah,
Absolutely. And
and
like they say,
that
the
what
devil
makes
is
it
in the
powerful.
details. The devil is in the
Of
process and the miracle is also in the process. People just keep looking at the results. They keep pushing for the results. They don't
Yeah,
realize it's a process, actually the process which gives the results. That's very amazing.
definitely.
Um, you have been relocating with your wonderful family multiple times from region to
Yeah,
region. Um,
yeah.
so what were you seeking? What do you seek when you relocate? With your mentality of continuous improvement, what are you seeking exactly for everybody watching us who are thinking like, on the same path?
Good. So I'll be honest with you. So I would say there are two key things that um, uh, that are always attached to this move from one place to another, which are the first seeking um, better opportunities and better life and better future for my family, and the second is professional development. So um, different places would offer you like um, an extreme um, um, you know
Jump.
um, fulfilling fulfilling side in terms of, for example, the work, and another one would provide you with a another extreme value of life balance or life. So I'm always trying to find is this right balance between having the 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 the, the good future for my family, and at the same time the place that would provide me or with opportunities for professional development. And and also and always my when I move from one place to another, I always try to find a place that I will be able to provide um, um, more value in terms of how I serve my community, and also how I serve the organizations that I work for. And if I find at a certain point in time, like the the place that I'm living in or the company that I work for, that I'm no longer providing that value, so it's time to find the next opportunity, of course.
Yeah, that's the signal, right? Like when you feel like it's becoming, redundant. Nothing is being added, nothing extra is being, there is no stretch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say redundant, but I would say in terms of like there are things that people would appreciate you doing, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's not very fulfilling, like for myself. So if there is no alignment between what the organization would like to have from you and what appreciate from you and what you can provide or
Yeah.
what you love to provide, so in this case, it might be a good sign, as you said, for you to move. Yeah.
Like sometimes you're overqualified. You feel that you
Yes.
become overqualified for the environment that you're in. And that's a
Yeah.
short.
It sometimes this is the case. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're saying. Um, so you have huge experiences, like working in the East and West and diverse cultures. You know what East means, West means. What would you say are the biggest differences in the concept of Kaizen, all right, between the West, the Middle East, the Far East?
Yeah. Yeah. So first, it's difficult to generalize, like to say like this country
Everybody's
is
different, right?
better in implementing Kaizen or in understanding Kaizen than the others. So I'll try to be you know
Fair.
uh fair. So what I could find really is that um the company culture is always the driving force rather than the countries. So, for example, a specific multinational company could have the same way of understanding Kaizen or continuous improvement or Lean or Six Sigma or the different operational excellence and business excellence methodologies, and they would adopt this way of
Mhm,
thinking
mhm,
across their branches across the world.
mhm, mhm.
Um, um, and so I would say it's about the company culture more than the countries. And when I say the like what is the company culture, um, um, Kaizen as a concept or as a philosophy, it's I would say it's relatively well documented in textbooks, in lectures, and so on and so
Mhm.
forth. But the way people interpret it is the tricky part. So some organizations would see, yeah, like I like this and I like the impact. and some organization would say, yeah, I like this, and I like how it is being done. Like I like the process, and I like how it changes the process, and how it changes the culture, and how it changes how people think, right? So you would see some organizations are more oriented to results, and they would like to take the results part out of Kaizen, um, more than caring about people and processes. And the other organizations would have the right balance between the cultural aspect and the cultural aspect, people aspect versus the results aspect. And some organizations would be leaning towards the other side, which is the people side. And what I could find, without naming specific countries, is that you like some countries, I could find in different countries that some countries are more balanced in understanding or in adopting the Kaizen philosophy in terms of people versus results, or culture versus the results, more than others. So this is and it's hard to generalize, to be honest, as I said in the beginning. Yeah.
Uh, are you saying that when you say some countries are more balanced, are you saying that they are being more realistic? They understand that the results will happen due to a reverse engineering of building certain a culture of mindsets, a culture of, you know, attention to detail, the everyday aspects. When you say balance, do you,
What I mean by balance, yeah, what I mean by balance, it is like some some countries are, from what I could read, from what I could live, some countries are like its culture is more focused only results, results, results. Let's do it quick. Like let's find the takeaway Kaizen
Yeah,
to
let's get to the goal. Let's get to the goal.
yeah. And don't care, and don't really care about the like the process by which you can achieve those results, and they are always seeking for the short-term results rather than a lasting
Yeah.
impact. So and in this case, it's not that balanced. Other countries would have um, that a better balance, as I would say, or more balanced in weighing both the results, or understanding the results aspect versus the the impact. Sorry, versus the people and the process by which you would get to these results.
Yeah, got it. So,
Mhm.
okay, now people are watching you and they will be listening to what you say as an expert in the field, high-end expert. Now, what would you say, like from the heart? What is a message that you really want to share from the heart to regions or companies or areas where the top management, of course, like, and the middle management are thinking in that way? Let's get to the goal. Like, where is the goal? Like, what is a message from the heart? Like an honest message that you'd like to share with these people?
Um, the one thing that I would like to share, which is like just to clear out a misconception, which is about um, that continuous improvement, or Kaizen, or Lean, or these tools or philosophies are all about cutting cost on the short term, and and that's not, it's not the case. The When you do any kind of improvement, and when we say Kaizen is continuous improvement, um, you would usually look into quality, delivery, improvement in quality, improving in delivery, improvement in productivity, and and improvement in cost. If you only focus on cost, you lose everything. If
How?
you
How?
have, for example, just to give you like the simple, brutal, most common
Facts.
example. Yeah. So some organizations would find it very easy to lay off people to reduce cost, and they will call that lean, or they will call that continuous improvement,
Ah,
and they will call that Kaizen. Unfortunately, some organizations and consulting organizations, they would call that achieving a lean structure, which is like an oxymoron. It's something that doesn't mean anything at all. Um, it's if you do that mistake, you wouldn't expect anyone from your organization to be to care any to care about what you do in terms of improving your business or improving your process, because you're not very sincere about it. You're only caring for the short-term results. So your team should care. So um, the the core pillar of, or the core foundation of having a Kaizen culture or continuous improvement culture with a lasting business impact um, uh, is uh, developing your people and making use of their talent. Okay, if you lose that part, yes, you can get short-term results,
mm,
but you will sacrifice the future of your organization, and also of your personal personal um, personal
peace of
goal as a
mind.
leader. Yeah, yeah. But
So,
that's
so
a
you're,
very interesting question. And also,
I still want to go
there
deeper. Definitely going to go deeper with that
are,
question. So
yeah,
it's,
there are many sad stories
mm,
about how people would perceive Kaizen, and then they would do, you know, um, things that don't make any sense, and then they would give it a label, lean label or Kaizen label, unfortunately.
do you think that they really, that's the way they perceive it, or do you think that they use it as a mask to do whatever they want to do?
Uh, Unfortunately, it's a mix of both.
Oh,
Mix of both. There are, um, you know, um, some um, organizations who made use of these principles and tools, um, such as Kaizen or Lean, and then they will convince management that Kaizen is good. Okay, we all agree to this. It has or it like you can read thousands of you know um, statistics about its impact, which is good. That's the nice part of it. But then they will give some, you know, unsustainable advices, and then they will call it lean. So
mm,
then what these executive will know about lean is that it's about laying off people or
yeah,
leaning out their structure.
yeah,
And in other scenarios, you're right. I've seen this also firsthand, that they will just make use of this, like of these of Kaizen or Lean or Six Sigma as as an excuse to to label, by labeling whatever they do as Kaizen or
that's
as
Kaizen.
Lean, and then they would say, "Don't complain about it. It's science."
It's science. Oh my,
Unfortunately,
it's so harsh.
uh,
That's so true.
unfortunately, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So true. It's going to be like, is it like a reverse relationship for them to get the long-term good quality of this kind of improvement? They also have to take care of the employees, like think of their continuous improvement before
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get the,
yeah, and also there is like the psychological aspect of this, because because lean basically or lean or Kaizen or these continuous improvement methodologies and philosophies, they always promote engaging people at different levels.
yeah,
Some executives wouldn't feel very comfortable with this. They want to just uh,
the results.
uh just say, and it should happen without having that headache of people say speaking out their mind and sharing their thoughts and their ideas and having this psychological safety in place. So it's a headache for them. So it's rather easier to say, yeah, I'm not against Kaizen, I'm not against continuous
Ah,
improvement, but let's do it this way. And
uh,
no one should speak up. So
which speaks against itself. I mean,
yeah,
they're
an
leaning
an,
on the
oxy,
wrong side of lean.
an oxymoron, as I said, unfortunately.
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
So are you saying that lean and Six Sigma is long term? Sorry, lean and Kaizen is not short term. It's completely long term.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question because, like, including myself, a lot of people don't really know the depth of this. What is the difference between lean and Kaizen? Like, what is lean?
So Kaizen, okay, let's start with lean. So lean basically means um, um, achieving more value for your customers with less waste. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So this basically the philosophy or the idea, and this is done by like identifying your customer value, achieving flow, reducing the waste inside your organization, and understanding that value stream, and then to identify the priorities for improvement and what kind of waste are we looking for in terms of to achieve those priorities and so on and so forth. And this is lean. Kaizen is, I would say, it's not it's mainly a philosophy of continuous improvement by improving everything everywhere every day at 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 um at every time. Okay, so it's a general philosophy that applies uh, to individuals, to companies, to organization, to process, to anything. But lean, I would say, it's an attempt to make use of this philosophy and try to make it a kind of like it gives a kind of a roadmap to achieve that state of continuous and of continuous improvement. And um, all of these principles and tools like became interesting to people and the um, and also like the management schools, organizations that are interested in doing research and development to understand what is the best practices in improving our operations and so on and so forth. And uh, it, it has always been that organization that people saw as like a lighthouse in this area of continuous improvement and operational excellence and quality, which is Toyota. And
Uh-huh.
because Toyota is well known as a pioneer in quality and operational excellence, many organizations and institutions in the automotive industry and also across all industries started to try to reverse engineer what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of, okay, what are the tools that they use, what are the concepts that they adopt, and one of these principles and concepts that they use is, or they adopt, is Kaizen and continuous improvement. Okay, good. And also they try to reverse engineers many tools that Toyota uses, and then they came up with lean as a word that means uh, like as a piece of meat with less waste, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So or so basically, this is how they identified or they came up with this word lean. But truly, lean is about both, not just about reducing waste, but also maximizing maximizing value. So
Wow.
yeah, so this is basically, I would say, the key uh, uh, difference between the two. It's not like it's not clear cut. There is no clear cut differences because basically lean is dependent on the Kaizen philosophy, and Kaizen
Really?
philosophy, yeah, yeah. And Kaizen philosophy, like it can be used in the lean world, in other world as well.
It's like you're continuously improving with minimizing waste and continuously pushing for improving the process of minimizing waste. So it's like, which leads to continuous
Yeah,
improvement
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
more benefits in comparison to the waste.
Yeah, and in this essence, you wouldn't call yourself at any point in time that you have achieved operational excellence, you have achieved lean or achieved the Kaizen, because again, it will be
Ongoing.
it's an ongoing state, and you like there is no state at which you would say, okay, I'm fine now.
We're done.
Yeah, yeah,
When you say waste, just going back and thinking, I'm going to get to the Toyota concept right now because I'm sure
sure.
a lot of people have questions on it. What if I go back and capture what you said about lean being like, minimizing waste, then are you saying that defining waste is an issue with some organizations? Some of them just consider waste being resources. They just define resources as money. They don't
Yeah,
realize that losing good employees is waste.
yes.
Losing good ideas is waste. So is that one of the major issues, that they're not properly defining what waste is?
So to answer your question, there is um there are there is like a well defined types of wastes that are not like a comprehensive list, but it's a guiding list
Yeah,
that talks about 7+1 types of waste, and
yeah.
they are about minimizing transportation, minimizing inventory or optimizing inventory, reducing the motion, like people movement, and overproduction, reducing overprocessing, and reducing defects, and also people and also I'm not sure if we mentioned minimizing transportation. Yeah, we mentioned
Yeah.
it in the beginning. So um, um, also these are like the 7 types of waste, and they call it
Mm,
muda, which means waste in Japanese. And then also they added, or some authors would add one more, which is the waste of talent,
mm-hmm,
people's talent. So it's I think it's made clear in uh, most of the discussions that also
mm-hmm.
the waste of people talent is always a
Biggest
very
waste.
important thing to consider. Yeah.
Mhm. What about the psychological aspect that you mentioned, like wasting the psychology of people? They're keeping them on the panic mode. And is that also relevant to talent waste, or how would you
Um,
apply it?
you can categorize it under talent waste, but also like there is what's called the Toyota way, and the Toyota way
Mhm.
is basically like a kind of um Tu- Toyota organization way of defining and documenting what they consider as their own way of managing their businesses in terms of the guiding principles that they follow, and one of them is called respect for people.
Oh,
Yeah, and but when they say respectful people is not, it does, they don't mean by that respecting for people is that like you would give people a good time, and they would be careless, like they would allow them to be careless, for example, or they don't necessarily need to like be accountable for their mistakes or something like this. No, it's about uh, first allowing people to be engaged, or driving people, or making it a requirement for people to continuously improve their own process, and getting engaged in how the process is being designed, and at
mhm.
this and at the same time they would make it as an expectation, so that uh, we they would make it as an expectation. So it's not just about when you have a good idea, we're here to listen, but they would make it as a mundane for everyone working within the organization to come up with practical ideas that they can
Mm-hmm.
share, and then the organization, or as a Toyota as an organization, or similar companies that adopt the same philosophy, would give them the space to exercise, implement, make mistakes, and then correct and self-correct. So there is also like a very an interesting and easy to understand principle, which is called the BDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act. And that, interestingly, Toyota got it from, or the Japanese organizations, they got it from Deming, who is
Yeah.
an American professor, and basically it's about plan do check act. Is that you plan for something, you say, like you identify a problem, you think this is the good way to do it, and then you do, like you test the concept, you test the hypothesis. If it works, that's good. Like you check the outcome. If it's good, okay, maintain and standardize what you've learned. If it doesn't work, good, repeat the same cycle again, plan again, do again, check again, and then act. So it's an interesting philosophy as well to adopt that principle of, yeah, to allowing for a space for people to try new things and
Mhm.
make mistakes, and then self-correct.
Wow, it's almost like the respect concept in that case, also like respecting people's talents and the space, like you said, for them to learn, because by the end of the day, they're the ones who are innovating. So like giving them that space and creating these small like momentums that will push the entire momentum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there is like one of the research paper that really shaped my mind or made me understand better what Kaizen means or the Toyota way means. It's called, I think it's publicly available on the internet, and it's called um um it's by Dr. Steven Spears, and it's about decoding the DNA of Toyota.
Mm.
Okay. And or another one that's called Learning to Lead at Toyota, and it talks about the experience of a very experienced executive who was working in the who used to work in the automotive industry, and he had the opportunity to work for Toyota, and it describes how like how his mindset transformed from being in terms of improving. They are not expecting for that person, or Toyota wasn't expecting, contrary to his mindset, they weren't expecting from that manager to do the improvement or find the improvement opportunities himself. But what they require from him is that he would need to engage the teams and coach them to identify the improvement opportunities, and this way he was able to double trouble double or triple the amount of improvements that he
Of
managed
course.
to get out of his teams, compared to the older way of just trying to find out from a distance what
Yeah.
could what is the best, what is the better way of doing the process.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, like they have something special with the Toyota way. Like what else is so special that really like, I mean, like got your attention with the Toyota way, apart from these themes of respecting the space to allow this kind of improvement to happen always.
Good. So there is an interesting book that you mentioned in the beginning, which is the Toyota Way book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's by Dr. Jeffrey Liker, and he made this book as a way to, communicate to a wider audience what Toyota Way of leading its business means, and and uh, and in this book, Dr. Jeffrey Liker highlights the the 14 principles
Mm.
by which Toyota would manage its own business, and it in the book, Dr. Liker categorizes the, these principles, the 14 principles and tools, in terms of philosophy, process, people, and problem solving. Okay, and what I could what I really liked about this, going through this book and reading it multiple times, is that it again, talking about my previous like referring back to what I mentioned previously about like finding the right balance between like solving business problems versus having the right mindset and philosophy, and having the procedures well designed in a way that would serve the business, and also the uh, the people aspect of like respecting people, challenging them, and growing them. So and and this is why I really find this the Toyota Way principles as critical for anyone who is interested in learning about continuous improvement, or learning about Toyota, or learning about Kaizen, or learning about any operational excellence tool, because it provides you with or this book or these 14 principles provide you with like with the right mindset to think about
Mhm.
improvement by having this right mindset and balance between you know, as I said, philosophy, process, people, and problem solving. And uh, yeah, so this is why I really like um, um, how Toyota Way was formed, and also the how it was described in Dr. Jeffrey Liker's book about the Toyota Way. And by the way, he has many books on the Toyota Way, but you can start with the anyone who is interested in the topic can start with the Toyota Way
Definitely, we're going to be adding
14
the links to this
principles.
book.
Yeah, sure,
Wow,
sure.
it's like he show us how it becomes more of a mindset, a way of living, rather than
Yes,
just boxing it, or like limiting it to just seeing it as results, which does not work actually if you just think of it that way.
yes, definitely. Yes, yes. It's as I said, it's a must-read book for anyone who is interested in adopting continuous improvement in their organization, or seeking to have a lasting impact in their organization.
Wow, definitely, it's a must read. We're definitely going to be adding the link to this book.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
and also like one key thing that I am proud of is that I worked with Dr. Jeffrey Liker a couple of years ago
whoa,
into yeah, into developing like a simplified tutorial video tutorials of each of the book's chapter, on how to like into understanding the key principles and tools in every chapter of the book, or in every principle of the book. So also we can also share a link to these video tutorials
well, that would be
uh,
great. Definitely, we'll be
linked
sharing
to
these
this
links.
podcast. Yeah,
We'll
sure.
That would be awesome. Something else that we're definitely going to be sharing is your page on LinkedIn that has a lot of followers. I think you're almost approaching 400,000 people on this page and counting. How do you keep these people engaged? What do you offer them continuously in order to make them come again and learn and be interested? Engineer Ahmed.
So thank you for bringing that up. I'd like to first highlight that even though like I was a key founder in Kaizen Made Easy, it has been and still is a team effort, that there are many people who are working in the background to make it happen. But it's a team effort, and I'm also proud to be a key co-founder of Kaizen Made Easy. And on Kaizen Made Easy, we're trying to share um, a high quality, accessible content on Kaizen and on continuous improvement. So what I what I like our philosophy to achieving this is that we make sure that whatever we share is first from a um authentic, legit sources, from primary sources, because the internet is full of material that
Yeah.
might be misleading in many cases. So we try to be very consistent of how we when and how often we post. And also we're happy that we also collaborate with thought leaders to share some of their ideas and contents on the page. And they are Dr. Jeffrey Liker has been one of them, and there are many
Wow,
others
that's
that are
amazing.
there are also many others that are too many to name, and I don't want to forget any
You got
name.
to go to the page to see. Yeah.
Yeah, and also we try to provide um, like material with different levels of complexity. So sometimes like we provide like just a quote, just a nice quote from a book, and sometimes we would provide people with like a very thorough 200 pages summary.
Study.
So it's we try to provide people with like the different levels of depth of knowledge, and also we try to whatever we share to make it meaningful, practical, and down to the earth as much as we can.
Wow. Is it just for professionals who are involved and engaged in lean or Kaizen, or is it for anybody who would like to tap into this mindset of continuous improvement, the information that's on the page?
I would say
Kaizen made easy.
yeah, I would say our primary audience, like from practically speaking, has been from people who are interested in uh, generally continuous improvement in terms of like quality or productivity and so on and so forth, and which are who are already interested in learning about Kaizen or learning about
Yeah.
Lean and the other philosophies. But also, we are increasingly seeing lots of people who have different background, like HR or finance or marketing, from different industries and interests, who also find um, um, these principles and tools very relevant to their day-to-day life or even professional life as well. So I would say it's for everyone because the concepts and
Wow.
principles
That's
that we
awesome.
share there are accessible and easy to understand.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, you never know somebody who's stepping on the page and stepping into the page, and then maybe that's going to be, an invitation for them to get into lean or apply lean on different, professional aspects of their work. It's really important. I think, yeah, I mean, it should be for everyone. I agree on this. This would be very helpful. So would that be an invitation for everybody who's watching this episode to go ahead and subscribe to the page?
Yeah, sure, sure. It's called Kaizen Made Easy on LinkedIn and also Kaizen Made Easy on YouTube.
Definitely going to be adding the link. Like, so you say people who are not even so in deep scientifically into it, they'd still understand the concepts and ideas that are on the page.
Yes, definitely, sure, sure.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, that's an invitation, everybody. I want to ask you, who is the person or who are the people who inspired you um, to become who you are today?
Um, Interesting question. I think I would start with uh, my father, um, who is a medical professor, but at the same time, he has always challenged or made me challenge myself and my capabilities and um, uplift my knowledge and uplift my learning. Um, and also to challenge whatever state I am in to do better, do more, learn more, gain experience, gain knowledge, and to always challenge myself. I would say first my father, and and yeah. The second is I would say um, 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 from the like this is I would say from the personal level, but from the professional level, I would like to mention first um, um, Dr. Muhammad Saleh, who is a very like esteemed um, figure in the continuous improvement um, arena or
World.
field or industry or world. And he guided me a lot, especially through the last 5 years in shaping my thoughts and shaping my how I navigate the continuous improvement knowledge and theoretical one and practical one, and yeah. So I would like to thank him so much for this.
Was he a
And
university professor? Was he your like who was he?
so Dr. Muhammad Saleh is a founder and the leader of Visibility LLC in the United States. He is very well versed, and like I think he has more than 20 years of experience in applying continuous improvement, especially in the medical field. And also so he I think he is both, like he is like he's been mainly like in the professional field, but also he teaches in the university in the United States. And interestingly, I came across him through like a podcast like this, and or an interview like this, and then I approached him and asked him some questions about like um, um, developing my skills and knowledge, and he was uh, more than open to share knowledge, provide guidance, and that has been really helpful, even in developing and improving the um, um, Kaizen Made Easy as a page, and also in shaping my career path as well. So uh, you can also check him out
Definitely.
on LinkedIn, and also he has with Dr. John Dyer also a podcast that you can check out on Industry Week magazine in the United States, which is
Hmm.
called Behind the Curtain. And also people can find the same podcast on YouTube, Behind the Curtain. So
Definitely can share it.
uh,
I'll definitely
yeah.
share the link for it. Who else?
So I've worked in many organizations here in Australia, previously in Saudi Arabia, also previously in Egypt, and I owe a lot to every manager that I worked with,
Yeah.
like every direct manager that I worked with. But I would like to use this opportunity to mention like a specific person who really had uh, 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 a significant impact on shaping my career as well, which was my first line manager, my first
Oh,
manager, which his name is Mahmoud Khalil. So he introduced me to um, these concepts of to lean and Kaizen and continuous improvement. And at that time, I was working as a production engineer, and after being introduced, thanks to him, to lean and Kaizen, I developed this passion about it, and he also was very supportive in testing and implementing these principles and tools in the shop floor. And from from that, the journey continued and still.
he
So
got your attention. He got your
yeah,
attention.
yeah. So he was also one of the key inspiring figures in my career as well.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this, like, because I'm curious. When you said my father made me challenge myself, like I had a father who also made me challenge myself. Sometimes he challenged me, but I'm curious to know, like, what are the kind of things that he used to say to you? Is it like under the line of you're going to be able to do this, or is it like the other way around? I bet you're not going to be able to do this. Like, how did he do it?
No, no, the first, like the first way, which is like a you know, positive, positive reassurance, and also at the same time, um, so for example, in my early career, I used to work as a trainee for one of the organizations that um, you know, the pay was not that good, and which like it was my first job, and
First
since that
shock.
was the case, since what that was the case, I I was telling him that it looks like that I should just work and provide the effort that that is equal to the amount that I get, right? and
That's
and
your way of coping.
yeah, like I do the minimum, I do what they ask for, but I don't need to provide more, right? And what he told me at the time, I don't forget that at all, which is if you get used to provide less than what you're capable of,
Oh.
you would get used to it. If you get used to it, you don't know if you will be able to uh ramp up again
Oh.
to your max potential. So that's and also like even this is one thing. The other thing is like, and also my mother also like was his partner in crime in this, uh which is even if your professional career looks promising, you need to, like, without acquiring further knowledge, you need to invest in yourself in terms of learn something new, um, find out a course that you never heard about, and try to um, get a new perspective on your profession, and to develop your capabilities, personal capabilities, and also professional capabilities uh, continuously. And this is something that they also exercise themselves in terms of continuous learning, continuously adopting or enrolling into new areas of knowledge as well. So this is also something um, um, that they built in us, or they instilled in us.
Are these like words of gold? Like when your father said, if you're not doing it for them, do it for you. This
Yeah,
is like gold. It's gold.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Wow, wow. What are your most important core values that you came up with after this kind of, you know, uh, upbringing?
Yeah, I hope that it doesn't look like very like a
No, just don't
cliche,
think about it. Just say, I mean, really,
but
like, what are your
but
really
yeah, yeah. The first thing that I was thinking of is like, and I hope it doesn't look like a cliche, which is respect for people.
Oh yeah, you do.
And I've learned this from the books, and I've learned this firsthand. Um, People talents are something that is gifted that's gifted by God. You don't know what people capabilities are until you test it and see it
Mm.
first, and see it firsthand. I've worked with people who are not capable of reading or writing, who were capable of identifying improvement opportunities that are much better than uh, in many instances engineers or supervisors. So you should be able to um, like, yeah, I learned to be able to be respectful for people and their capabilities as well. um, and also one other value, which is that also I developed over time, which is really relevant to this one, which is humility. So to approach any problem or any organization or any team with the readiness to learn from them, and understand something different, or understand something that I didn't know before, and to come with this open mind of not assuming and and the mindset or that I'm ready to learn something new from these teams. And also another thing, another value which is trying to be practical and provide so practicality and providing a real value to whomever I work with, um, to the organizations I work with directly, to my manager, to my subordinates, to the teams that I work with, the 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 students that I coach, or the learners that I coach as well. So I always try my best to uh, um, provide more than what people expect, and in a practical and also in a value added way. And also I would say as a core value as well, is the continuous improvement. So whatever I do right now, even if it is like it's developed over like 15 years of experience, I see myself as anyone else, fallible, which drives me to continuously identify potential improvement opportunities in my personal development, or in my career development as well, and in everything that I do.
Wow. And when you said humility, I think that's also like a driver that always keeps pushing you, whether to learning or to want to continuously improve. Don't you think like humility and learning and continuous improvement, they're just like so interrelated,
Yeah,
especially when you're coaching
they are really interconnected and interdependent as well. Yeah,
interdependent.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What is the vision that you have for the people? The big vision that you want to create for the people, your audiences in your life
Yeah. So
and
I
beyond.
would speak. I would speak as of today, because
Okay.
like anyone develops, um, like yeah, as of today, I'd like to see myself um, continuously empowering people and organizations to help them, these individuals and organizations, to have a lasting impact in terms of the um, the um, knowledge that they get, and on the people that they deal with, and also on those these individuals that I coach or teach, and also on the performance of these organizations that I deal with. So I always try to, whatever I do is I try to um, 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 have a lasting impact on everyone that I deal with, rather than just hitting and running. So this is something that I want to see myself continuously doing. So even if like I leave an organization, I try to have that lasting impact on people and also on performance. And another thing that I'm trying to achieve, and that's maybe related to the Kaizen Made Easy page. I'm passionate about teaching and learning and also educating people about continuous improvement and Kaizen and so on and so forth. Because, well, like, what really drove me to build, or to co-build the Kaizen Made Easy page in Arabic and in English is like reading, going through the principles and lessons that I come across through the practical implementation of these, of Lean and Kaizen, and also through the books that I read. I was like a kind of shouting to myself, like, many people or more people need to learn about this. More people should learn about this. And so I'm trying to, like, via Kaizen Made Easy page, to build a global platform that empowers individuals and businesses to embrace continuous improvement the right way, with the right principles, and also fostering that community around the page that learns and shares knowledge and grow together.